Everyday routines and interactions and everyday objects are at the core of routines-based intervention, and they center a family's needs and priorities above any shoulds or have-tos. Yes, there are wonderful toys out there, and also there is no magic in any particular toy. It's the interaction happening around it that builds learning and connection. So the idea that there is an inherent developmental value in an object classified as an educational toy is, quite frankly, a delusion. The emperor has no toys, folks. You already have the resources to give young children the right stimulation, play, and interaction to thrive, whether or not your closet is bursting at the seams. The items in our homes that we already have, often hidden in plain view, are powerful learning tools that can support all areas of development. And when we can connect simple, everyday interactions with early learning, we have a blueprint for parent support, education, and connection. Instead of looking outward for answers, products, and confidence, what if we could simply slow down, breathe, lean into presence and authenticity and the imperfection of the moment, and connect with each other, fellow humans, both large and small. In my company, we have centered the value of connection in several ways. First and foremost, within our framework, our 4 pillars of play, talk, sing, and move are all about creating right reciprocal relationship. The caregiver and child dyad play off each other, noticing what the other is doing, holding, practicing, exploring, and reacting to the actions within that moment. Taking the environment, the actions, and the words into consideration and building an emotional and physical connection. We share ideas for playing with everyday items and within everyday routines to encourage simplicity, play, and joy. Within our caregiver and child, baby or toddler community-based classes, the building of connection is centered between caregiver and child, between families, between facilitator and family, and between community providers, where that traditional hierarchical structure of teacher, student, parent, child, expert, novice is removed as much as possible and instead is replaced with a reciprocal ebb and flow, building off of what each individual is able to offer and receive in that moment. Within our training program design, we try to imitate the same type of holding space and connection for our facilitators as we do for the families those facilitators will serve. So we incorporate as much parallel processing as possible, creating opportunities after each training module to reflect, ask clarifying questions, process privately, and discuss experiences, both challenging and gratifying, in our facilitator community. We use connection as a central value from which everything unfolds, as a guiding philosophy to help us define how we move each and every day, from how we design our podcast episodes and other public speaking presentations, to how we codify our procedures and the practices we instill in the way our marketing, sales, and other processes are created and followed. So here are some of the ways we get to affect change. When an entire company is built around the facilitation of connection between caregiver and child. Families are more able to feel warmth, engage in mutually nurturing, authentic moments. Parents and caregivers are more confident. They can participate in their child's learning, understand their needs, desires, preferences, interests, and support their learning and development through closeness and belonging in an authentic way for them. Children can feel confident and joyful in simple everyday routines and moments of life, participating in their own learning more fully. Educators and therapists are able to empower families to use what they already have by creating space for vulnerability, conversation, and connection. As these connections in communities increase, the guilt and overwhelm of early parenthood starts to decrease, as families feel confident they can ensure their child has the tools they need and they understand how to make use of them in developmentally appropriate ways. When our work as professionals serving families centers connection, spaces for togetherness are central to the early parenting experience, doing away with much of the isolation of early parenthood. That more connected world is one I would like to continue to be a part of, and one I would like to continue to contribute towards.